1. Missouri coach advocates for Big Ten CFP plan ESPN. 2. SEC Football Media Days Day 4 recap, Texas A&M, Missouri, Kentucky, and Arkansas. 3. Eliah Drinkwitz 30-team CFP plan, how play-in games could revolutionize college football. 1. Missouri coach advocates for Big Ten CFP plan ESPN. In a bold stance that sets him apart from many of his Southeastern Conference SEC peers, Missouri Tigers football coach Eliah Drinkwitz has voiced strong support for a college football playoff (CFP) overhaul that includes 4 automatic qualifying spots for both the Big Ten and SEC in a proposed 16-team field starting in 2026. Speaking during the final day of SEC Media Days, Drinkwitz expressed his desire to eliminate the current CFP selection committee, suggesting that increasing the playoff field by 2 or 4 teams is a minor detail compared to the need for a more structured system. His ideal playoff model would reserve 4 guaranteed spots for the Big Ten and SEC, 3 each for the ACC and Big 12, 1 for the highest-ranked group of 5 conference champion, and 1 additional at-large berth. Why are we wasting all this time discussing it? Drinkwitz questioned. If we're going to do something monumental, do something monumental. Think outside the box. Contrasting with the SEC's recent lean towards a 5+11 model, which includes the 5 highest-ranked conference champions and 11 at-large teams, Drinkwitz argues that a system with automatic qualifiers would better serve programs like Missouri, which have consistently performed well but fallen short of CFP contention. He critiqued the current system for potentially favoring blue blood programs with long-standing reputations over teams that may be deserving based on their current season performance. This stance puts Drinkwitz at odds with SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey, who has acknowledged a difference in views between the SEC and Big Ten regarding playoff expansion. Despite the potential for controversy, Drinkwitz remains firm in his belief that a playoff format with automatic qualifiers and a clear path for teams to earn their spot would be more fair and transparent, ultimately benefiting both the teams and their fan bases. 2. SEC Football Media Days Day 4 recap, Texas A&M, Missouri, Kentucky, and Arkansas. SEC Football Media Days, a deep dive into Day 4, featuring Texas A&M and Missouri. The SEC Football Media Days culminated on Thursday, July 17, in Atlanta, wrapping up a fascinating 4-day event that showcased numerous coaches and players eager to share their insights as the college football landscape shifts. On this final day of what is often referred to as talking season in the SEC, attendees were treated to remarks from notable figures such as Missouri's head coach Eliah Drinkwitz, Kentucky's Mark Stoops, Sam Pittman from Arkansas, and Texas A&M's coach Mike Elko. Additionally, players from each of these teams participated in breakout sessions to engage with the media more directly. As Texas A&M prepares for the upcoming 2025 football season, they find themselves under significant scrutiny. After witnessing a dramatic decline at the end of the previous season where they recorded just 1 win in their last 5 games following a promising start of 7-1, the Aggies are determined to return to form. All eyes will be on sophomore quarterback Marcel Reed, who is ready to take on the challenge of his first full season as the starting quarterback for the team. But here's where it gets intriguing. Missouri has completely revamped its roster via the transfer portal, adding a staggering 22 new faces, including former dual-threat quarterback Beau Pribula from Penn State and 5-star edge rusher Damon Wilson III from Georgia. Meanwhile, Arkansas seeks to capitalize on their solid performance last season, and Kentucky aims to bounce back after finishing a disappointing 4-8. USA Today Sports has been on the ground, offering updates and highlighting key moments from this final day at SEC Media Days. Here's a summary of the most notable occurrences. Mike Elko expresses optimism for Year 2 at Texas A&M. In a lively kickoff to his media session, Texas A&M's coach Mike Elko confidently stated that he is thrilled to delve deeper into his second year at the helm of the Aggies. After spending the majority of his inaugural season establishing the groundwork for the program's future, he is eager to see the results during the upcoming college football season. Elko also expressed enthusiasm over the development of quarterback Marcel Reed, emphasizing the strides he has made during the offseason as he approaches his first complete season as the team's leading signal caller. A light-hearted moment from Elko. Before diving into the serious topics at hand, Coach Elko lightened the atmosphere by joking about a recent incident involving Texas's fight song. He humorously clarified that there was a misunderstanding regarding the music he would enter to, quipping, "For everyone who thought I was walking out to the eyes of Texas, you lost your bet." Arkansas's injury update, Ismail Cisse's setback. Arkansas head coach Sam Pittman regrettably informed the media that wide receiver Ismail Ceesay will not be available for the season opener against Alabama A&M due to wrist surgery complications. He tore some ligaments in there and will likely miss the entire season, Pittman confirmed. Kentucky's defense, ready to surprise. During a spirited discussion, Kentucky defensive back Jordan Lovett asserted that fans should not underestimate the Wildcats' defense as they gear up for the new season. Last year, the Kentucky defense allowed an average of 345.5 yards per game, ranking 10th among SEC defenses. Lovett asserted, "We're the underdogs of defenses. It's been a bit rough in the past, but come season time, be ready for us. I've been working hard and giving it my all." Messages of resilience at Kentucky. In a candid interview on SEC Now, Kentucky tight end Josh Caddis reflected on the team's ambitions following their 4-8 finish last year. "The previous year didn't go as we envisioned. However, we're looking forward and approaching this new season with a clean slate. We're integrating 50 new players from the transfer portal, and they are adapting to our culture and aims," Caddis shared. He emphasized the importance of core values like attitude, toughness, and pride in their daily practice. Mark Stoops on the playoff format. Kentucky's Mark Stoops admitted that he hasn't thoroughly analyzed the various proposed models for the new college football playoff format. His focus is primarily on improving his own program. "I have too much on my plate to follow that closely," Stoops remarked. However, he noted, "I think expansion is beneficial, as more people are exploring its potential. We have been presented with different options during our discussions. Ultimately, whatever decision is made will be accepted, just like our schedules. We have to adapt regardless of whether it's 8 or 9 conference games." An introspective look at the 2024 season. Reflecting on the previous season, where Kentucky finished with a 4-8 record and only one win in SEC play, Stoops conveyed the necessity for an honest evaluation of the program moving forward into 2025, which will mark his 13th season in Lexington. "After last year, obviously not ideal, we needed a serious evaluation to foster a turnaround," Stoops explained. The influx of 50 transfer players indicates a significant shift in strategy aimed at revitalizing the team. Eliah Drinkwitz supports a 9-game SEC schedule. In recent Media Days discussions, SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey highlighted the ongoing consideration of an expanded 9-game conference schedule. This change aims to parallel the current format seen in the Big Ten. Coach Eliah Drinkwitz lent his support to the idea of a 9-game schedule, stating, "If it benefits the players and fans, then let's go for it. A stronger schedule can enhance our competitiveness." But here's where it becomes contentious. However, Drinkwitz did acknowledge that an 8-game slate could actually work better for Missouri, as it allows for more flexibility in their scheduling. Nonetheless, he underscored the primary concern: what is best for the players and fans? "Without players, we cannot have games, and without fans, there's no one there to support them," he passionately stated, emphasizing that all decisions should consider their needs first. Dalen Carnell shares insights on Beau Pribula. While being interviewed on SEC Now, Missouri safety Dalen Carnell spoke positively about quarterback transfer Beau Pribula, who is vying for the starting position. Carnell noted his dedication to excellence, saying, "Every time I head to the facility for extra practice, Beau is already there. He is really devoted to his craft, and he gets things done." Pribula, who transferred midseason during Penn State's college football playoff run, is thought to be a key addition to the team, having had impressive statistics last season with the Nittany Lions. Renewing the historic Missouri-Kansas rivalry. The historic rivalry between Missouri and Kansas is set to reignite on September 6 in Columbia, after being put on hold when Missouri joined the SEC in 2012. This rivalry, lovingly dubbed the Border War, is resuming with a 4-game series extending over the next 8 years. Drinkwitz acknowledged the significance of this rivalry, stating, "Rivalries add so much value to college football, this one is deeply rooted and holds great meaning for our players and our fans." The quarterback race in Missouri. Addressing the competition for the starting quarterback role in Columbia, Coach Drinkwitz revealed that all 3 contenders, Beau Pribula, Sam Horn, and Matt Zollers, bring unique strengths to the team. "We have 3 quarterbacks, each with distinct qualities. This diversity is exciting, and whoever emerges will be well supported by the team," Drinkwitz said. Expecting Sam Horn to stay. Amid discussions about the future of quarterback Sam Horn, who who was recently selected by the Los Angeles Dodgers in the 17th round of the MLB draft, Drinkwitz assured reporters of Horn's commitment to the football program. "Despite being drafted, I anticipate Sam will remain with us, and he remains a contender for the starting job as we head into training camp," he remarked. A little humor from Drinkwitz. In a lighthearted moment during his opening remarks, Coach Drinkwitz playfully teased about Texas coach Steve Sarkisian's entrance to the Texas A&M fight song earlier in the week. He quipped, "Well, at least we had the right fight song today. It reminds me of Disney. I just came back from a family trip there, and it felt applicable to our situation since, interestingly, Walt Disney hails from Marceline, Missouri." Speakers scheduled for Day 4 at SEC Media Days. Below is the timetable for the presentations on the fourth day of SEC Football Media Days. Asterisk 9:05 a.m., Missouri's Eliah Drinkwitz along with players Dalen Carnell, safety, Connor Tollison, center, and Zion Young, defensive end. Asterisk 10:50 a.m., Kentucky's Mark Stoops with Alex Afari Jr., linebacker, Jordan Lovett, defensive back, and Josh Caddis, tight end. Asterisk 1 p.m., Arkansas's Sam Pittman with players Cam Ball, defensive lineman, Talon Green, quarterback, and Xavier Sorry Jr., linebacker. Asterisk 2:45 p.m., Texas A&M's Mike Elko along with Willie 3, defensive back, Armaj Reed Adams, offensive lineman, and Torian York, linebacker. Where will SEC Football Media Days be held in 2025? The SEC Football Media Days in 2025 will take place at the College Football Hall of Fame and the Omni Atlanta Hotel located in Centennial Park, a fitting venue for such an event. How to watch SEC Media Days? For those eager to catch the action, here are your viewing options. Asterisk TV channels, SEC Network and ESPN2. Asterisk streaming services, ESPN app, subscription required, and ESPN Plus, look for deals because they offer a free trial, or FUBO, also with a free trial available. SEC Network will broadcast Day 4 of the SEC Football Media Days on its program, SEC Now, as well as featuring on The Paul Feinbaum Show. Additionally, ESPN2 will air a 1-hour recap, from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. The streaming options are excellent, granting fans the chance to follow their favorite teams and discussions with ease. 3. Eliah Drinkwitz 30-team CFP plan, how play-in games could revolutionize college football. Eliah Drinkwitz, the head coach of Mizzou, is a strong advocate for expanding the college football playoff, CFP. He believes that increasing the number of teams in the playoff will provide more opportunities for teams, especially those from the SEC, to participate, which would ultimately benefit everyone involved and keep fans engaged right up until the last weekend of the regular season. During the SEC Media Days, Drinkwitz presented a vision for a significantly larger playoff format, which many media outlets interpreted as a proposal for a 30-team bracket. This ambitious plan includes 10 play-in games that would help finalize a 16-team playoff bracket, ensuring that a substantial number of teams from the newly expanded SEC and Big Ten conferences are included. I might not have the numbers completely right, but if we were to implement a 12-team playoff with 4 automatic qualifiers, many people see that as restrictive, Drinkwitz explained. However, if you consider those 4 automatic spots as part of 8 play-in game opportunities, it opens up the competition. The SEC would have 8 teams vying for a spot, and the Big Ten would do the same. With the playoff field expanded to 16, we could allocate 3 spots each to the Big 12 and ACC, and 1 spot each to other conferences. This means we could have 30 teams in total, which translates to 30 fan bases that would be thrilled and actively involved, generating revenue and excitement. Each of these 30 teams would have players who can compete for a championship, Drinkwitz stated. To me, this approach makes a lot more sense. He further noted that if college football aims to align more closely with the NFL's playoff structure, it should take note that the NFL includes 44% of its teams in the postseason. Drinkwitz argues that college football should similarly expand its playoff format. While such a significant change is unlikely to happen in the near future, or perhaps ever, it's an interesting topic to explore during the offseason. So, what would a 30-team playoff look like? Here's a breakdown. Asterisk 4 automatic qualifiers from the SEC, Big Ten, ACC, and Big 12. Asterisk 3 play-in games for the SEC. Asterisk 3 play-in games for the Big Ten. Asterisk 2 play-in games for the ACC. Asterisk 2 play-in games for the Big 12. *1 at-large spot from the highest-ranked group of 5 team. *1 additional at-large representative. In Drinkwitz's proposed 16-team format, there would be 4 automatic qualifiers from the SEC, Big Ten, ACC, and Big 12, along with 1 from the group of 5 and 1 at-large team. The remaining 10 spots would be filled based on additional games played during the conference championship weekend, involving teams that are not among the top 2 in each of the major Power 4 conferences. When Drinkwitz refers to play-in games, he suggests that the determination of the final playoff spots should be made on the field rather than by a selection committee. Who could possibly disagree with that? It's unlikely that commissioners like Greg Sankey or Tony Petitti would voice any objections if the SEC and Big Ten collectively secured 60% of the playoff slots in a 30-team format. The ACC and Big 12 might not protest much either, especially with 5 guaranteed spots for teams from each of those conferences. As Drinkwitz pointed out, this expanded playoff structure would lead to more engaged fan bases in December, as teams would have a genuine chance to earn their way into the playoffs.